I'm Lady Charmaine, and my guest today is known for her role in the hit franchise Spy Kids. Well, she's all grown up now, and she's here today to talk about her new thriller movie, The Remaining. Help me welcome Miss Alexa PenaVega. Welcome to the show.
Hi there. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. And see, we all know you from the hit franchise, of course, Spy Kids, which was very successful. And you're all grown up now. But I did have one question for you. As you begin to grow up, did you find it kind of hard to move away from your past character in Spy Kids?
You know what? I was very fortunate in Spy Kids. I'd been working, since I was 4, so I built up kind of a resume outside of Spy Kids, which was really nice. But they also colored my hair black for the film, and I'm naturally blonde. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't. Thankfully, it was such a blessing. It wasn't too hard to depart from that role, and people see me as other things just because they didn't think I was the same person.
Right, because you look so different. Because I was, she lightened her hair, but so you are naturally a blonde.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, well, that's good to know. And see, now you're in this new movie, right? And it scared the pants off my youngest daughter. I'm going to tell you, Alexa, it was so funny.
Oh, my gosh.
She went to see the movie with my husband, and she walked in the house so spooked, but in a good way. Because, see, we're a Christian home, and I believe this movie... Yeah, and see, I believe this movie really helped people to evaluate where they are spiritually and what they need to do and their personal choices they need to make. Like my husband told me when he walked in, he said, well, the movie didn't bother me. He said, because I know I'm going to be caught up in the rapture. So I was like,
well, you know what? It's so crazy. Like, first off, it's not your typical Christian film.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of them are so happy, but this is such a scary time in the Bible. Mm-hmm. And it really gives you the reality of heaven and hell, and it makes you have to own your faith and not just say words like, oh, I'm a Christian. You have to really own it and not just say words. And it opens up a lot of conversation, and it just really challenges you to look at yourself and just reevaluate where you are.
And it does, because even when we were walking in church yesterday, my daughter was telling us about a dream she had, and my other daughter said, because she saw that movie, The Remaining. But what it's doing is staying on people's minds. So I just wanted to encourage you with that. This is great. And
thank you.
You're welcome. And so before I go more into the movie, I want you to tell people about the movie.
What happened? Say that again?
I said before I go into the movie, I want you to tell people about the movie.
Oh, okay. So The Remaining is about a group of young kids, and they're at a wedding. They're at their best friend Skylar's wedding, and I play Skylar. And I just got married to the love of my life, and at the reception, everything changes, and a whole bunch of people just drop dead, and I cannot figure out why. And crazy things start happening, and it looks like the world is ending, and, people can't figure out what's going on. They don't know if it's aliens attacking or asteroids hitting Earth. They can't figure it out. And then my character finally realizes that it is indeed the biblical rapture, and she doesn't know why she was left behind, because she went to church, she grew up, in a Christian household, she did the things that she was supposedly supposed to do, but she doesn't understand why she was still there. So, just from her character alone, it opened up so many questions about faith and life and what it meant to be a believer. And it was just so interesting because you don't really have films that challenge you anymore. And I love that this film challenges you on all levels. And whether you are a Christian or whatever religion you come from, this film is fun and entertaining, and it'll give you a great scare. But you also walk away asking so many questions about your life, and I love that.
Yeah, and so basically the movie did its job. So I want to say thank you all for that. And now, why did you choose to do this movie?
I grew up in a Christian family, but it wasn't until I got older and really made the decision to truly understand what I believed in and really just studied up on my own. And I met my husband at Bible study, and for us, this is our foundation. Our faith is the base of everything that we do. It is our core. So, when I had the chance when I read this script, I just thought, oh my gosh, this is something that people need to see. It's hard because in Hollywood, you have to be careful of the roles you take, and I've certainly learned a lot more by now. I've grown in my faith so much from where I was even last year to now. But I felt like this is a movie that people will start to understand and want to know more of, where we don't give away necessarily all the answers in the movie. So you'll have to do your reading afterwards. You'll have to look it up, and just getting people who maybe normally wouldn't, open a Bible or ask these kind of questions, they're suddenly interested and curious, and I think that's the seed. Like that's what you want to be doing.
And because it really did that. Because when my daughter came home, because she's 12, so we had to go and reiterate the foundation. Because kids, when they go to church, they're going, because their parents are taking them. But now it's time for her to form her own personal relationship and get that solid, and move away from mommy and daddy. So you guys, I think, did an excellent job in that film.
Oh, thank you.
And we know that Left Behind is going to be coming out, which is also dealing with the rapture. How different is your film from Left Behind?
You know what? I haven't seen Left Behind at all. I just know, I don't even know what genre Left Behind is or anything. I feel like I think our film is kind of the first horror-based Christian movie, and it's certainly different from other Christian movies that I've seen before. And I hope that we give a little bit more of a reality to it, that it feels real and raw as opposed to, people are like, oh, this would never happen. I feel like it definitely poses a question to where wherever you are in your faith, you certainly leave going, oh, gosh, I need to check myself.
It did. My husband said it was real. He said it was
good.
He came home, he was telling us all about it. Well, Alexa, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. And I want to remind the audience, make sure you go and check out this wonderful movie. It's called The Remaining. It's going to be a life-changing movie. I know what it did in my household. It's in theaters right now. So make sure you go online, check your it's in select theaters. So make sure you go online and find out where they're playing. So thank you so much, Alexa. And I look forward to talking to you. You're welcome. And have a blessed day.
All right. Well, you have a good one. Tell your daughters, keep working and keep learning, and God bless.
Amen.